What is going on? Welcome back to Trending Stocks. Today, I want to talk about Faraday Future. I want to talk on what is coming next, meaning as early as tomorrow. As well, I have really promoted Faraday doing one specific thing, but I've yet to see that. So did Faraday lie? Those are kind of main two things I want to talk on, as well go over some of the data points. Before I get into any of that, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. And with that said, let's get right to it. So Faraday is currently up 1.77%. Surprisingly, over the last couple of days, it's held its gains, even compared to a lot of the other EVs that's pulling back. So that's kind of a good thing. 4.67 million shares have been traded so far within the first about 3 hours of the trading day. 13.4 is the average. Today, there has been no recent news, no SEC filings, nothing like that. So it is just piggybacking off of the broader market. Options activity, like dollar-wise, it's gone down significantly. And with it being below the 50-cent strike price, kind of makes sense. That's why. So $359 in puts, $936 in calls. Of all the options activity today, though, 85% is bearish. Of the calls that's being purchased, it's, like I said, not really much to talk on, around the 50-cent mark. Potentially, something might be coming down the pipeline, like I kind of alluded to, as early as tomorrow. That might change the dynamic of all of this. When it comes down to shorts, I'll give you a quick overview of what they are all up to. So shorts right now are increasing 135.95 thousand shares. 50.22% of the free float is being shorted. That is crazy high, 50%. But 27.58 million shares overall are being shorted. Cost to borrow average is 17.59%, so a little bit higher compared to yesterday. And through interactive broker short availability does indicate that there is 0 shares available to be shorted. So kind of interesting stuff when it comes down to that. Coming from analysts, though, there has been no real articles coming out. Like Faraday has just lost its lust or its allureness, if that makes sense. So when I started covering Faraday, it did have a lot of good high expectations by a lot of retail investors. Since then, they did the reverse stock split. A lot of the bigger institutions left Faraday, and unfortunately, the ones that are still in it are kind of just beg holding it, anticipating bigger and better things that might be coming. But over the last several videos, I have been alluding to something coming. And tomorrow might be the day, because if you kind of look right here, the whole reason why Faraday did the reverse stock split is to stay on the NASDAQ and to rectify that $1 bid price rule deficiency. And which they did. They got the rubber stamp from the NASDAQ saying that they are all good. But technically, if you zoom out and look at what Faraday has been going through ever since, let's kind of look right here. So this was $1.06. So ever since November the 9th, so my birthday, in fact, they have been below $1. 29 days consecutively, in fact. So tomorrow is the 30th consecutive day. So as early as tomorrow, if not on Friday, Faraday is up for NASDAQ delisting. As crappy as that sounds, it looks like the Faraday reverse stock split did not really fix anything. So most likely, if Faraday does want to stay on the NASDAQ, you are going to see another NASDAQ delisting notice coming down the pipeline either Friday, or maybe they might put it on the following week. I'm not really sure. Which from there, the next steps are Faraday is going to announce a special shareholder meeting to vote on another reverse stock split. That's crazy crap, unless Faraday just takes a bullet and goes down to OTC. But Faraday does need liquidity. They've already outright come out saying that they're not going to be pursuing any future funding with the toxic lenders. So that does mean that they have to stay on the NASDAQ. So that does mean another reverse stock split. So once again, just make sure you guys do your own due diligence at the end of the day. When it comes down to Faraday, though, I have praised them several times, in fact, on many different things. But one of which was this. So the news that did come out on September the 21st, 2023, Faraday Future announces management stock purchase plan. So, of course, in this plan, they say that a lot of the management, so a lot of the VPs have taken a voluntary pay cut. and they are going to be buying back their stock. So using 50% of their salaries over a 3-month period to purchase shares of the company. So when it comes down to insiders buying, that does result in a Form 4 coming out. So let's look at a lot of the SEC filings. So since September the 21st, right around here, there has been nothing. There's been a Form 4 that came out November the 30th, so only one single one. And right here, it does show, what was this? So not really much. So no actual transactions. And if anything, it's just 724 shares, like very small. So regardless, this is more so related to, it looks like restricted stock than anything. But no matter what though, it looks like Faraday truly did lie. That management did not follow through on their commitment and buy back any stock using 50% of their salary. So even though a reverse stock split is right around the corner, and them buying, which would signal like huge optimism, shows that if management is buying, then retail and institutions should do so, but they have not done anything. So I feel like this is more of a pump that they tried to do, because even myself, I took this because this is good news. Like, a lot of companies should have actually done this to really show that they have confidence in their stock. That's why I loved this. But if they didn't do this, then this is just a pump, and most likely, I'm not a lawyer by any means, nor am I a financial advisor, but I feel like this is just a pump and dump, and potentially could result in a lawsuit against Faraday for them not following through on their commitment that they publicly announced, like I said, on September the 21st. Maybe I'm just being too hard on Faraday. I don't know. I think this one stood out to me for a while, but still, let me know your thoughts on Faraday in the comments below. When it comes down to the technicals, with it at now, actually, I guess when I started doing the video, it was green, now it's red, but 28.25 cents. It is between the P and the R1. So 27.5 is going to be that next strong support that you want to watch for it to hold. Vice versa, 31.6 is going to be that next strong resistance that you'll want to watch for it to hold. So let me know your thoughts on Faraday. Have you been buying? Have you been selling? What would you do if there is another reverse stock split coming down the pipeline? Or like, what is your thoughts on them not following through on this commitment? So what's your take on all that? Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. Always greatly appreciate that. And even though Faraday goes up, down, sideways, all over the place, take advantage of this promo that I've been sharing with you. Sign up for an account with Moonwood, throw $100 at it, and you get 5 free stocks. Each stock is valued up to $2,000. So take advantage of that. Link in the description below and also the comments. With all that said, I appreciate all of you watching.